whether I wanted money or wisdom. And at that inexperienced age, I chose wisdom. So I'm going to start with that tonight. Wisdom travels the universe, spreading herself like waves rippling through the air, running along life's pathway, ever ready to be picked up by the inquiring mind of anyone who need only whisper a call. Wisdom is willing to share her gifts to all who would just give her time. Simple are her ways. Like beautiful music is her voice. Abundant are all her messages and rewards. Wisdom willingly shares, if only we can adapt our ears to her language of life. So simple at times are the workings of universal laws. Wisdom floats on, singing her call. Come, gain my guidance, one and all. Don't be too busy, don't be too crude. Open your heart to my life-giving food. There is no limit to what she will share. From her open heart, good is there. The price is time, quietness of heart and mind. The practice built on self-belief. That's wisdom. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't say that I have regretted that choice at all. Because if you have wisdom, in my opinion, you can get through and over anything. So, hence my choice is still providing lots of help and sustenance. And every new day, this is what I wake up to. A new day. The morning greets me with a smile, arms open wide, bearing gifts with pride. A full new day created for you, she cries. Skipping on ahead, joyfully riding the ocean's tides. Come, follow, don't stay inside in the gloom of a frustrated mind. Jump on the breeze, let's take a ride. Let me show you where hope and possibility reside. I take her hand, and as I look ahead, I feel my insides rise. And forever, spread before my mind's eye, is the promised land where my dreams and hopes abide. May all when you put your book of poems together to kind of choose a few. But when you buy my book, thank you so much.
We take cash on
When you buy my book, you will find a whole variety of different types of poems. And those who know me well know that historically, I am from the beautiful island of Barbados. I always say Africa via Barbados. And we have a way of speaking. Trying to find this poem. And I realized I hadn't actually put one of these poems on this list tonight, so I quickly decided on one of them. So when you buy the book, you will see a couple written in Barbadian dialect. So I will share one for you. One of my favorites. And this is called Dressing Me. And when you buy my book, and you read this poem, or the poems in Barbadian dialect, I want you to remember the accent. Okay? So I have to change. Okay? Dressing Me, this one's called. I went up to the shop today, trying to find something to wear. You'll be surprised to know I can't find a thing, no sir, not a thing to fit in. Them don't make clothes for people like me, who don't look like a walking tree. My curves and bumps, them just don't seem to see. The trousers and the skirts, not meant for a girl like me. When it fit the top, the bottom can't swing. When it fit the front, the back can't close it in. I nearly come up tonight in a plastic bag, cause that seemed like the only thing I hadn't tried. My body appeared to be a dichotomy to the fashion houses on the high street. A complete glorious puzzle, you see. So, when them decide to dress a real woman, and that gorgeousness does come in every size, I'll be happy to go back in the high street again, and my distress at finding clothes would have come to an end. I'm in a room of creatives, and I was contemplating the whole idea of being a creative. And my book has, as Sammy said, some of my art in there as well. So it's a little bit of an anthology, really. The door is open for you to come into the brain that is me. So I was thinking about creativity. I love the feeling of creating. It is beautiful and open, expansive and moving. It is curious, nosy, inquisitive, and wants to go. It is unafraid to open a new door, break things down and throw them on the floor just to see what might happen, or to answer the question, what more? It is cleansing, therapeutic prayer. Yet, in all this, not demanding anything other than your time. You can open your hands and let the music go, or you can give it care, focus, and space to allow it to grow. I love creating. It is the release of the divine creator within me, the exhilaration of letting myself go free. I'm going to risk to become a little political. And I never liked to think I was political. But I realized that some of my poems are actually quite political. So I'm going to share a couple quickly with you. One of them actually, which one should I share first? So I decided on this one because of all the issues now and for always apparently, around politics, and in particular, as we look at how Black politicians are being treated, particularly Diane Abbott, I'm sure you've read in the news. And I wrote this poem. It's one of my longer poems. I don't usually write long poems. I have the patience of a gnat. But this one came out quite long. But I decided that I would write this because it speaks to the Black issues, and it speaks to female Black issues, and it just speaks to a part of my journey in this particular body. Salute the Black sisters. Here we are looking into the future. Eyes bright, mind alert, hope ignited. Here we stand shoulder to shoulder in this moment of time. amongst recognition for centuries of untold labour and burden. Still, courage engaged, confidence emboldened by the hope that our tomorrow will be better starting today. Everyday Equality Prize. Celebrate our sisters, those monarchs of movements long ignored and forgotten, overwritten. Salute our sisters who stand today in the gateway of the almost forgotten. How will our history be written? It is being written now, within the pen of decision-making held in your hands. To empower a better future, we must recognize where we are today and what actions and inactions we share that brought us here. No great platitudes of whimsical soliloquy can bring the future that makes us all free. If woman, any woman, the black woman, is not free to be, then none are free to be. Don't we all come from she, mother, bearer of all who is mankind, humanity? Salute the black sisters who, while still bearing children to slavery, blows, rejection, abuse, and poverty, forge through, using her wits and intelligence, taking a stand, holding the right of freedom so gripped in her hands. I'll do that again. Holding the right of freedom gripped so tightly in her hands that her veins are made to bleed. Along with her back, her mental health, her physical health, and her well-being. Each day, she still bears the whips that keep her down. Opportunities withheld, promotions passed over, ideas stolen, servitude enshackled, C-suite roles blocked, and benefits forbidden. Yet, hear her cry. In the streets, in homes, in marketplaces, in offices, in businesses, in creative and innovative arenas, creating her own spaces to shine. History will forever tell her story of resistance, resilience, emboldened and empowered with a life source that can never be put out. It has and will travel through each generation, passed down through the DNA. In every age, she is there. This future we seek and hear calling to us is her voice, a song she sings forever, the voice of freedom, true freedom that recognizes her humanity, black people's humanity, her right to be in each place, at each table, at each level, in each space and time. Before and because her gift is given, just as those held by any other, to powerfully declare truth and justice to all mankind. She is and will always be the voice of reason, of wisdom. She is made of a black skin that shines. Salute the black sister with more than just words, but with value, respect, recognition, support, opportunities, and equal pay. Amend the past by how you treat her today. Salute the black sister.
Absolutely.
I'll end on something a little lighter. So as you can see, there's lots in here, and I hope that you take a gander and have a look. So let me tell you about the things I love. I believe that this list is going to go on, but this is the list that I have for the moment. Okay, the things I love. Spring days, uplifting and forward-looking, telling me life will be okay. The sight of new buds of life sprouting from the tips of old tree branches. The sound of the sea, waves rolling over ancient sands like lovers greeting together with a passionate roar as they embrace. The way love itself can bring the most powerful to their knees. The manipulation of words on the page, combined so well they resonate through the ages to tell of mischief and peace. The sound of laughter and noisy chatter when friends gather. My father's deep and heavy voice, still with an accent that years in this country could never break. The words, "Hi, Mom," that burst through my fog, any focus of my mind to take precedence over all space and time. My attention to bind. I love that. The feeling of small, fluffy, four-legged, furry things brushing against my feet with cries of, "Pay me attention, I want something to eat." The fact that the list of the things I love will take a lifetime and beyond to complete.